so much for joining in today. We are at Womanovator are very positive about how things will be, and it's time to get back to the routine, but with care and cautious. And it's not about knowing how to prevent, but it's also about knowing what if we get something called COVID. So it's not just about knowing what prevention we have to take, but also what if we get COVID and if people around us, what we have to do. That's the most important thing you all should know. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we have our moderator for the day, Madhvi Vaniji. She's our influencer for Womanovator, luxury consultant, a well-known luxury consultant for art, real estate, hospitality, destination wedding in Italy. Wow, we all would love to go there. Designer, health, wellness, and bespoke events. So, besides on board many organizations, including International Restaurant of Many Award, she's an influencer for us, and we are very proud to welcome her today and bring such a wonderful panel, Kanchan Rai ji and Mithali Javeri. So, with this, I welcome you all. And quick about Womanovator, we are a virtual incubator for women, and we are not just about women entrepreneurs, but also social activists, women who are working as a social entrepreneur, social activist, and women who are employed with others, CEOs, leaders, work closely with all three categories, and the whole idea is to support them, not only just in India in 100 cities and 90 sector which we are focusing, but also internationally in 20 countries. For more details, you can go on our website www.womanovator.co.in and apply for Womanovator Awards 2020. So, Madhviji, over to you, please.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the lovely introduction, and it's my honor and pleasure here today on Women Innovator, representing the luxury consultancy. And it's a pleasure to have Kanchan Rai with us here, who's a wellness coach, and Maitri Zaveri, the artist. So I would like to start with a brief introduction about Kanchan. Kanchan Rai is a mental wellness coach, and she's an experienced, trained certificate holder wellness coach who teaches ways of overcoming failure and mental disability, a graduate of the Harvard Business School and a specialist in leadership development and authentic leadership, founder of Let's Talk organization. By her session, one can overcome mental health, the law of attraction, how to implement it, learn to strengthen your psychological cord. The key to shaping your life is in your own hands. So that's the brief introduction about Kanchan, and I would like to introduce Maitri Zaveri to everybody. Maitri is a fine artist and painter from the British School and from Bachelor's in Fine Arts from the LaSalle College of Arts, Singapore, who has exhibited her works all over the world and in India as well as in Singapore. So welcome on board Kanchan Rai and Maitri Zaveri.
So Thank you so much, Madhvi.
Yeah, as we all know, the topic today is about luxury in the contemporary times. How do you think, we are going to see luxury in the coming times? What is the scenario of luxury going to be? And even in the present. So let's start with Kanchan. If you can tell, how do you see it going?
See, as far as before actually starting about anything else, I would really like to thank you, Tripti and Madhvi, for giving me such a platform to introduce myself and actually share my views about the topic, which is very prominent, and I think most of people here are trying to figure out what could be the future of each and every industry.
True.
So, if I talk about my industry, like a consulting industry where I was working on, where I am still working, like, to enhance mental health of people. So earlier it was considered to be a luxury, but now I think post-COVID, this thing would be considered as most necessary thing. So yes, we are going to see a very drastic change in terms of our clients, in terms of, segment of people who are taking it and the seriousness of this particular industry. So before COVID, if we talk about, consulting and taking care of your mental health and all, was considered to be only one segment industry. And people of one segment would focus on this particular thing. But now, seeing the current scenario and the mental state everyone right now is into, I think this is going to, move very drastically. From a luxury, it is going to be a commodity very soon. This is what I feel.
Right, absolutely. Wonderful. Well said, I think. And now we'll come to Maitri. As an artist, how do you see the future of art in the current scenario as well as for future?
See, in the art scenario at the moment, everything is shut, so you cannot expect anything at the moment. And talking about later, it all depends on when this COVID-19 actually ends.
Okay, great. And I think rightly, Tripti had put up a point which I would like to take up with you, Kanchan, that what if unfortunately any one of us, gets COVID? So what do you suggest on mental wellness, how to kind of handle it or tackle that? And also, I would like to put up, the session open for a question answer round to the audience. In case if they have any questions, you can please put up the questions after this and we'll continue. Yeah, Kanchan, if you can reply to that.
Yeah, sure. First of all, we have to understand one simple thing, like this is a virus. And in spite of we being very cautious and precautious, it is not at all guaranteed that we may not occur to it. Because we'll take care of ourselves, we'll take care of the surroundings. But now seeing the scenario like lockdown is opening up, people are moving out of houses and everything is at exposure. So we being precautions and we taking care doesn't make sure that we'll not be, getting attached or we'll not be actually infected with this virus. So we have to make our mind like this is like an open thing. We are going out, we are getting exposed to many different things, and there are chances that we might get exposed to this virus as well. So first of all, we have to maintain our mental balance very, very promptly. That we are not a very superpower or superhuman that nothing can actually harm us or nothing can actually affect us. So it's okay. You have to be very, very strong mentally that what if I am going to affect or what if I am going to be positive about the virus. So the thing which I would always say is please don't create a panic. It's a virus and many people are getting cured out of it. If you will see the curing ratio versus the ratio where people have actually suffered or they have actually gone to ending of the life, it's very, very rare. So there is no need to get scared or afraid of it. Rather than we have to face it. And we have to face it not only physically but mentally as well. The more mental strong you are, your more physical attributes will contribute to fight with it.
True.
So yes, you have to create, you have to train your mind in a way. It's okay if I'm getting virus, but we have to be very sure that we are very, careful enough that not to get affected. But somehow, God forbidden, somehow, if this thing is happening, then we should not get scared out of it. We should face it.
Very true.
Well and there are lists of do's and don'ts mentioned in each and every government websites as well. What we should do and what we should not. So we should try to follow those guidelines on a very religious manner.
Absolutely wonderful. So other thing like Maitri, see, I happen to be in the PR. I'm into promotion, visibility, recognition, and awareness of my clients, and I consult on the luxury segment. I know all these sectors are being hit very, very badly. But still, I feel, when one door closes, other door opens, and a lot of work is still being done despite of the lockdown in every industry. And I think you have to be just willing and try and, be open for the world now. It's not just limited to our country through social media, digital media, getting connected into Zooms, webinars, that all is happening a lot. So what do you have to see about that positive current scenario which is going to come out of the lockdown, which may not be just in the lockdown, even later on we are going to follow it. It's more about one-on-one meetings, few clients meeting you, and bespoke events in the real sense where there are only 25-30 people, but they are the real buyers and they're the ones who really appreciate your work. So what do you have to say in the positive direction about it, if I may ask you, in the art scenario?
So everything has been very different for everyone, even for gallerists and for artists. So I would talk on behalf of gallerists as well over here.
Right.
That galleries, it's also hit them drastically.
Absolutely.
It's It's just that all their projects, everything has been postponed or either been cancelled. Yeah. Or either, and they're also thinking of new ways
Right.
to rethink their operations and develop new initiatives.
Right.
Which has also affected them quite a bit, I feel.
Right.
And also like for them to finding new ways to create their online viewing rooms. So many of the galleries are also focusing on all this at the moment. And for artists, it's a different thing because they are, if galleries are also being supportive of them. It's not like gallerists are not being supportive. Galleries are being supportive. They're trying to help as much as they can.
Right.
Selling through auction houses or through galleries also, which is coming up now.
Right. And I think it's also going more on virtual thing. The art is going more virtual as well. They're trying to sell works through virtual, and affordable art is still working. I may not talk, it may not be very, very expensive art right now, but because people want to look, beautify their homes because they're more home now than outdoors. So the demand is, of course, there in a different way. And I think every sector has, some places where they're picking up also, and they're trying to find out more new ways. And I heard even Google has just shut down on their employees, and people are shifting to their small towns and villages because they feel that they can work from home. Why do they need to, pay the rent for a office, or why do they need to travel so much of distance and avoid so much of traffic? So let's see what ultimately comes out, and let's stay all positive. I believe because there's a lot of good things which will also come up. I personally feel and believe. If anybody has a question from the audience, please feel free. In case if there is a question. I can see Ritu here. And Ritu, do you have a question? Or maybe in the meantime, I'll put up another question to Kanchan actually. So because what is the main thing that what kind of cases are you getting mainly around this time for mental wellness?
See, right now, if I talk about mainly cases which I'm getting are, people getting into a depression zone because they are not moving out of house for a very long time. And then there are major cases of, getting anxiety and getting those anxiety attacks where they are not able to express themselves. And the latest, the current trend which I have is like, people, those who are very positive in the earlier days of lockdown, have started giving up. Like, being such a long time, and the duration of this lockdown is actually increasing. And there is, for now, there is no end to it. What we are actually trying to do is like, we are just trying to live with whatever situation we are into right now rather than coping up or anything. So people at some point of time have stopped fighting. Like, they have stopped putting their efforts to be positive. They have stopped putting their efforts to be mentally good. They have stopped putting efforts to do something which can actually create positivity around them. So, yeah, these are the cases which are actually changing. Earlier, it was like people used to get depressed because they were not able to go out. Now they are depressed because the time limit and the duration of this lockdown is increasing day by day. Like, earlier it was like, okay, after lockdown 1, there might be something happening in lockdown 2, then 3, and then 4, and now this is like, unwinding thing which is happening now, which is unlock 1, unlock 2. So still there are so many things and so many doubts which are not too clear.
Yeah, so what is the solution you would like to give to the people around this time who are going through the similar kind of thing? Maximum people would have this kind of a question, I think. That, they don't know when it's going to end, and that insecurity is getting more and more with every passing day.
In this particular case, or if people coming with a point where they have absolutely given up, or where they are not trying, or where they are actually demotivated, then I actually try to ask them and involve their families in it. Because we all are sailing in the same boat. There is nothing different for you, nothing different for me. We all are in the same boat. What we can do here as a community, as a family, is like, if today is my day, tomorrow is your day. So if I'm going through a phase which is not too motivating, or where I'm feeling demotivated, a person living near to me, a person staying with me can actually help me to pull out of that zone. That way there is a chain being made between families, communities, society and all. Where one family is feeling demotivated, other family is coming up to, cheer them up, motivate them up. And tomorrow if that another family is getting into that zone, so you can actually do something to take them out of that zone.
Right. So it's more about like, let's talk. I think let us talk. That's important in the current
You
scenario.
have to talk. Of course, you have to talk. Until and unless you won't talk, it is going to pile up and that will worsen the situation. Like, the best thing is to vent out, and for venting out, you need some ear and you need to talk.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Maitri, when we come to art, how about art classes online? Doesn't that have a scope? Like, you're so well qualified and educated from Singapore, you can always start teaching children online, art, because that is another direction though. And at the same time, continue with your, art as well.
Continuing with my art right now is tough because all my artwork and all my materials are all lying in my studio. So I cannot be traveling back and forth and being cops around. So you cannot travel right now.
Right.
It's a little difficult for me, and to conduct classes right now. Even like if I have to show the children like what I'm drawing, or like to tell them draw whatever I'm drawing. So for that also, like I need my materials to first show them as well.
So maybe things get a little better, then you can probably ask for your material to come to your place. You can send somebody and get it, and then maybe start with that. So that at least all the education that you had get utilized in a good form, and there are other people who can benefit from your skills and education that you had in the art scenario. And anybody has a question from the audience, please feel free, or we'll continue with the question answer round otherwise. Anybody who wants to ask a question, please go ahead. And there was another question for you, Kanchan, that people are saying, what should they do? Because, sometimes elderly people, they're not allowed to go for walks at 65, and they're missing on the lack of exercise. Whatever you may do at home, but still they miss out on being out. The more you stop them, the more they want to go out. So how do you kind of handle that?
There is no, if we talk about these two particular segments, being an elder in the family or having a child in the family is almost same, to be honest. Because the mindset of a child and an elderly person is almost same. They want to live in their own world with their own terms and without any restrictions.
Right.
So you have to respect that thing first. And we should not forget that elderly person is living or staying with you, has lived his own life or has lived her own life. So they know and they understand value of everything more than we do, because the experience they have and the knowledge they have is far beyond than what we consider we are having. So we should respect that knowledge, we should respect their decision, and we should respect, whatever they are trying to do. If at all you want to motivate them to do something, then you have to involve yourself with it. So if you want your father or mother to get into some physical activity and you are sitting on a couch and you want them to perform, walk here and there or start jumping in the living room, they'll not do until and unless you are there with them. So you have to motivate with them by doing your own self.
Great, wonderful. And Maitri, how about anybody, a budding artist who wants to start their career on art? Any advice you would like to give them? Or from your experience when you started, if you can share a story or something?
Definitely. So one thing about coming out as an emerging artist, I feel it's very important for all those people to know that it's very important that you should be competing with your other colleagues. Basically, it's about competing with yourself. It's about how you've emerged as an artist from what you were before.
Okay.
And as an artist, it's okay, if other people are there, to judge, compare, criticize, and analyze your work. But it's always better to, ask the artist, what's the story behind your art? Rather than just sitting and criticizing, analyzing, judging, and comparing the artist's work.
Lovely. Very nice. And anybody has questions, please feel free. If you can see the questions, because I can't see any question on my screen, though I have other questions that people have asked me to ask you guys. So I'll go ahead with the question for Kanchan now. That, people are losing jobs, and there are a lot of this suicide ratio, suicide cases increasing in the world globally, and businesses are shutting down, employment is reduced. So how do we help overall business ideas, especially for women?
that's very true that jobs are cutting down and economy is going haywire and everything at a whole right now. We don't know what would be the next step and what would be the next scenario of economic considering the current scenario. But I always feel like there is no way or there is no particular hindrance if you want to do something and you are able to do. So first
Right.
of all, you have to create your mind that you have to do something. Second, you have to come up with a plan. Now, if we see, I'm not a right person to talk about finance and economy because my subject was something different. But yes, I have been working with an industry for like almost 15 years and having experience of Harvard Business School. I would just say that you have to implement your thought in a way and you have to put it in such a way which can be a revenue generating. It can be your hobby as well. Like these days, we have seen ladies, those who are doing job like 9 to 6 or 9 to 8, they were working from home. Still, they were having some time where they pursued their hobbies and they started putting it for sale online, and they are getting revenue generated out of it. So that is a very good model. And second, if we talk about women, those who are working, for them, government has actually introduced so many new schemes. I'm sure Tripti will be able to guide better on that way because she herself is into finance and all. So how to avail those
And she's been
all
giving ample opportunities to women from, whatever is the requirement and need at the moment. She's been doing that already. Tripti has been already doing that. True.
Yeah. So like there are no such ways where we should feel demotivated. There is always a saying, "जान है तो जहान है." अब जहान है तो उसके लिए हम लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा, and definitely we'll come out of it. Just stay strong and stay focused.
And what about people who are committing suicide and having those anxieties and depression, and they are not able to kind of handle it? So, what is the suggestion you would like to give to them so that there's no suicides happening?
See, if I have to talk about suicide cases, I would always say three things about it. Three things are very important. First, you have to understand your inner self, what is bothering you. Second, you have to speak out, and you have to speak out without without fear of being judged and all. And third thing, it's like if at all you feel things are going beyond yourself, if you think that you are not able to control your anxiety, you are not able to control your emotions, which are taking you to a darker zone, please don't hesitate to take help. We have so many helplines, we have so many people working for your mental health. There are so many organizations like us who are working day and night to take care of your mental health. Please don't hesitate to ask for help.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
kindly consider your
you can save a life like that, because in India we have a taboo of people not approaching and not going because somehow they don't want to come out and talk about it. So, but then they can save a life, so they should do that. That's a very good suggestion.
Absolutely. Like you have to come out of your that particular zone or that cocoon area where mental health talking or discussing about mental health is not considered a sign of a healthy person. Even a healthy person can go through mental traumas which are okay, and you have to be acceptable to your own self. You should not judge to yourself because you are the one who has to take care of your own self. If you will start judging yourself, no one is going to help you out. So for that, you have to be very vocal. Second thing, you have to come out of that zone. And third thing, please don't hesitate to ask for help. It's okay to take help.
I'm sure it's a wonderful message, and people will abide by it, and we'll be able to save many lives if they open up and they come and they talk about it, rather than committing a thing like suicide. And Maitri, is there any message you would like to give through you to the art world, art fraternity, budding artist, or anything like that?
At the moment, I would just request people to help all the emerging artists. I feel that they are the ones who need a lot more support because if they are only the bread earners of their respective families, it's really very difficult for them.
Right, absolutely.
Yes, and that's of course like they should also be willing to buy their artworks.
Right, yeah. So people should actually appreciate art, buy art, and also help artists who bread and butter it is basically. So come out in a big way to help and support. And I think Ritu, you have a question because I can see you here. So if you have a question, please go ahead. Can't hear you. I think there is a... Can't hear. Your audio is not working, I think. There's an audio issue.
She's mute, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're on mute.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
not-
question. Only I am also going through a lot of depression. As earlier, also my husband used to work from home. Now also he is working from home. So no change in the lifestyle. Only that the virtual world has become more, and feeling so isolated and depressed. How to deal with it?
Kanchan.
Yeah. Can you just repeat your question? I think I missed it. There was some
like
disturbance.
you are saying, everybody is saying your family time has increased and all. But the thing is, earlier also my husband used to work from home. Now also he works from home, and this isolation has become even more. This virtual world and all, I'm not enjoying. So how to deal with this isolation?
See, isolation, in that case, you have to, I'll give suggestions, like 2 suggestions for it. First of all, you have to be very positive about the place where you are. You should be thankful, like, you are at the place where no one else is, and people are still struggling for so many things. So once you start seeing that point of view, you will feel very blessed, and then you will not feel that isolation part anymore. Now, if you talk about the thing which is called, you are feeling bored, you are done with this social media thing, and you are missing going out, it's just because you are not giving ample time to yourself. You start spending time, like we all need me time, whether we go out, we stay in, we are alone, we are with family, we are working, we are not working, we do need some me time. So, in spite of living with your family, in spite of having your husband around 24/7, try to have some time which is only your time, and do things which you enjoy. Like, it can be lying on a couch and having a cup of coffee, or, listening to a music which you want, or dancing on your favorite song. Just spend some time with your own self.
Actually, you also know it. I lost my father just before this. And this loneliness, I feel so scared at this age. Also, my husband also says you are not a child. But being alone, I feel very scared. So I have to depend on the virtual world also.
Because her son is also working in London, so it's just she and her husband. And because her son is also gone, I think it's more, and also because of the past incident,
I cry and all. I don't know. I'm not able to come out of. Maybe this thing has proved as a double whammy for me.
See, crying is all okay. You are a human. You are supposed to have some emotions. You can't be, bland, or you can't be at one particular point rest of your time. So it's okay if you feel crying. It's okay if you don't feel good. But the thing is that how you come out of it is very important. So if you'll start seeing, the things which are bothering you, you will feel more bothered, which is not a good sign. Which is not at all a good sign. I'm sure you must be having very good friends around you. You must be having so many, supporting family nearby you. You can always talk to them. Whenever you feel like, getting into that zone, please don't isolate yourself. Please don't isolate yourself. We are so blessed that we are having this technology thing. We are so blessed to have this virtual world with us, when rest of the world or the outside world is totally closed. So that way, feel connected with whomsoever you are, attached to, or whomsoever you love to. I'm sure there are too many people, they love you and they care about you. So the moment you get into that zone, just drag yourself out of it. Put extra efforts on, dragging yourself out of it, and talk to someone. Just talk to someone without any agenda, without any topic. Just talk for sake of talking. And then you'll realize, okay, you are out of it, you are feeling better. And then maybe you can share, like, I was going through this particular feeling, or this particular emotion was actually bothering me. That's why I called you up. And everyone would appreciate that thing, everyone would appreciate your that spirit of coming out of that zone and not hanging there. And it's all okay. I told you earlier as well, it's okay to be, in that state. It's all fine.
I feel blessed to have friends like you. Thank you so much, Kanchan and Madhuri.
Thank you. And actually, very, very well said. I think it's very important, and the name of your organization completely goes with it. Let us talk. It's very important for all of us to talk, especially around this time. And I think we should count our blessings, which is a very valid point you made. And the other query that we had, Kanchan, for you is that excessive use of mobile, TV, and internet. How to manage and handle that? Because also out of depression, sometimes you're getting too much into technology.
Right.
Because you
Like, yeah, this is a very new addiction actually. In spite of we having no work on social media, in spite of we having no work on computer, we are still on it for a very, very long time. So this has
Right.
become an addiction. Like, people are getting addicted towards, and any addiction is not good. So in that case, we have to fix ourselves. Like, we have to work, we have to work. We can't deny that. But the extra time other than work which we are putting on social media, or opening our laptop on, we have
Right.
to keep a count of it. So
Right.
you will get to know, like, today I spent 3 hours of my time on my mobile and my laptop doing nothing, just scrolling here and there. Once you will get to know how much time you are using or how much time you are wasting on this particular thing, you will be very conscious. And then second thing which you can do is, like, gradually start to decrease that time. Everything is not going to happen overnight. You can't stop using laptop, you can't stop using your mobile, you can't stop scrolling through your social media all of a sudden. No, that is not going to happen. But
Right.
yes, you can start by initiating
Limiting
with
it.
5 minutes. Then next
Right.
day you can limit it to 10 minutes. Okay, I have reduced 5 minutes, I have reduced 10 minutes. And that is how you can reach to a goal where you always want to be.
Right.
So,
True. Right, absolutely. Yeah, and even same with the TV also, not just about the apps, it's also about watching too much of TV sometimes, being on TV as well. So you need to, I think, limit it and balance it throughout the time between
Yes.
apps and TV and all the gadgets basically, and not be 24/7 on them. Yeah, true.
Yes, of course.
And Maitri, what about the internet marketing of art? What do you have to say about artworks being sold through internet? How do you find the scope of that? Especially
I find
affordable art.
Yes, I find that's useful right now, and especially those auction houses which are doing well. But
Right.
there still needs to be a lot more promotion for artists at the moment, and that not just having it all paid, because I see most of the websites everything is still being paid. There's free opportunity to artists right now to utilize their time and to utilize their artworks to get it to sell it basically.
Right. Absolutely.
Because any
And-
artist cannot keep keeping
Yeah,
their
and-
works and just storing them.
Right, I agree. How much can you make the works and keep them storing? It has to come out in the open, and then everybody has to cooperate in that. And also, like anybody, again, I'll ask if there is anybody in the audience who has a question to ask either Maitri, Zaveri, or Kanchan. We have wellness coach, renowned wellness coach Kanchan Rai, and Maitri Zaveri, the artist Maitri Zaveri, and wellness coach Kanchan Rai. Anyone has a question, please feel free. And in the meantime, I would like to ask you for a message to the audience, Kanchan, from your side. What message would you like to give to the audience here today?
One message which I always say is, like, start accepting yourself the way you are. Until and unless you won't accept yourself, no one else is going to do that. So you are the best person to create yourself. You are the only person who will destroy yourself.
Right.
So please consider yourself as the most important person.
True.
And accept the way you are.
Wonderful. Ritu, if you have any other question, please feel free to ask Kanchan. She's here, right here with us.
Thank you. You solved everything. I am feeling motivated.
Good. So happy. And Maitri, a message from your side?
Everyone should, of course, how Kanchan said, I feel everyone should be motivated. Enjoy what you're doing. Be fit, be healthy, exercise. Even if you do not have a gym to go to, exercise at home, do meditation, do yoga, help yourself, and be there for everyone else and support each other during these crises.
Beautiful. And maybe one more question we can take up. If any audience wants to ask a question, please feel free. So, what do you see the connection of luxury in the contemporary scenario? To Kanchan, what is luxury to you in the contemporary scenario?
Yeah, actually, I'm not a right person to answer this question, Madhu, because for me, definition of luxury is always very different. Like, if I talk about myself, my luxury is, like, right now I'm having good time with my children. Ritu, I'll just like to tell you that both of my children are also not living here.
Yeah.
They also live abroad. So here it's just me and my husband. Both of us are working together. So that is the luxury I feel like right now we are having time with us, and then I am more focused upon the thing which I always wanted to do about creating awareness. Generally, when you are working and when you are engaged in one particular activity, you just focus on that thing. Like if I talk about myself, I was always into counseling, and counseling. Yeah, spreading awareness was always main core or main thing which I wanted to do, but somehow because of one reason or another it was getting pushed back, or it was getting lingered for some reasons. But now I feel like I'm able to spread my message, I am able to express my message in a very well manner. So that is a form of luxury for me.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
Awesome. And what about Matri? What about you?
I think art is luxury for me.
Right.
Of course, art is my life.
Therapeutic, and it's your
But
passion.
right now, of course, it's my priority is my family and just
True.
spending time with them.
Right. Wonderful. So, well, I was doing these shows on Madhvi's Luxury Code Dot, which I've been doing regularly, and asking everybody this question on the Luxury Code Dot, what is the definition of luxury? And you'll be surprised, most of the people are coming up with these answers. And then I realized it's like choti khushiyan hai, badi khushiyan hai, choti baaton mein. Nobody said we want a bird, we want a jet or something, but everybody is talking about small gifts of life. And I also started introspecting that what is luxury for me actually. And personally, I'm very passionate about what I do. And for me, the luxury is seeing the happiness of my client when they do well and when they excel. The happiness of their passion, making them reach somewhere, gives me a lot of happiness actually. So I think that's luxury for me. So it's been an amazing session, and thank you so much, Kanchan. Thank you, Mathli, and a big thank you to Tripti for getting us all together on such a lovely platform. And we have almost 100 people listening to us right now, I believe. And thank you, Ritu, for being open, so open about it, asking the question. And I hope many people have been able to, get the replies for all that we've asked today in a question answer round to either Kanchan or Maitri. And thank you so much. It's been amazing being with all of you today here.
Thank you so much, Madhvi. Thank you, Tripti.
So much.
But before leaving, I would just want to say one thing which I missed earlier, and I always say that whatever you do and whatever you feel, you should not forget that happiness is the key. Please be happy and stay safe. That's it.
Lovely, beautiful, wonderful. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Have a
you
great
so
evening,
much.
everybody.
Bye.